Hello, Alexers. What's your first instinct when you get home at night? Are you ready to dive into your hobbies and side projects, or is it that all you have the stamina for is to throw yourself on the couch and eat some comfort food? There are some clear indicators that tell whether you're in that 35% of people worldwide who experience work-related stress illnesses. How's your working life going for you? Let us know by leaving a comment here below and we'll reply back to the first few of you who write. Also, if you feel like we bring some value to your life every day, then why not give us some value back? Subscribe, like this video, and hit that bell notification so you'll never miss our new videos. Alright, with that out of the way, let's look at 15 signs your job is bad for you. Number 1. You're not learning. If your job doesn't offer enough stimuli for your personal growth, it's time to think about moving on. As human beings, we never stop learning, either intentionally or by chance. Our everyday experiences teach us something. It's what makes life interesting. If your job is not increasing your knowledge base, that's definitely not a good sign. Number 2. You're underperforming. As a direct consequence of the lack of stimuli we mentioned before, you might feel it's worthless to put too much effort into what you do. You basically go on autopilot, performing just the bare minimum without really any willingness to do more. Unfortunately, though, this is a vicious cycle. The less you do, the less you feel motivated to do, which only ends up with you doing even less. Number 3. You feel undervalued. Many people think that your worth at work is determined by the salary you receive. However, these are usually people who are deeply dissatisfied with their jobs, and they reduce everything to a mere money matter. Feeling valued is not just a matter of money. Personal appreciation can do more than a pay raise sometimes, which brings us to our next point. Number 4. You're just doing it for the money. Franklin Roosevelt said, "Happiness is not the mere possession of money. It lies in the joy of achievement, in the thrill of creative effort." Check in with yourself to see what your motivation for doing what you do is. If you're only doing it to pay your rent, it's not going to last long. Number 5. You don't see a higher purpose. Some jobs have an immediate impact on people's lives. Think of doctors or teachers. If they do their job well, you'll see the results straight away in the patient's health or the children's improvements. That said, every job can do good. Imagine if we didn't have those workers cleaning the streets or those factories assembling the appliances we use every day. They all help us live a better life. If you can't see the good you're doing, it might be time for a change. Number 6. The whatever attitude. Okay, you see a problem at work. You know that if not solved, it may cause bigger issues. But because of the lack of motivation we mentioned before, you're like, whatever, someone else will take care of that. Why does it have to be me? But if that sounds like your thoughts, the real question you should be asking yourself is, why am I even still in this job? Number 7. Immeasurement. In his book, The Truth About Employee Engagement, Patrick Lencioni writes, "Without tangible means of assessing success or failure, motivation eventually deteriorates as people see themselves as unable to control their own fate." Basically, if you don't know if you're winning or losing at work, then you're experiencing immeasurement. Talk to your boss to set up an evaluation system that can keep you on track, or come up with one yourself, especially if you are the boss. You can listen to the audiobook The Truth About Employee Engagement for free thanks to our partnership with Audible. Go to alux.com/freebook and enjoy. Number 8. You feel misplaced on the inside. Okay, so we're halfway through our list. You've carefully thought over all the points we've mentioned so far, and you're doing pretty good, yet when you think about your job, there's still that little something within you, a feeling as if something deep and important is missing. Try to go deeper into the core of your values and those of the people you work with. Dig deep and unearth whatever it is that's unsettling you. Once you know, then you can act. Number 9. You're not using your strengths daily. You don't need us to tell you, Aluxers, if you're a creative soul stuck in a routine job, this might do more harm than good. We totally understand trying different things at the beginning of your career. It's also a way of understanding yourself and your strengths better. But at some point, if you don't put your strengths to good use, you'll never be truly happy. Number 10. You have the Sunday blues. We mentioned this at the beginning, and it's becoming a real mental health issue. This is a particular form of anxiety that many people experience. You feel as if Monday is hovering over your head despite having rested well during the weekend. If that happens occasionally, you have nothing to worry about. But if it's becoming systematic, it's time to take action. We strongly suggest checking out our Mind Mastery course at alux.com/courses. Meditation has proven to be helpful for many people working in highly stressful jobs, like soldiers, medical workers, and even has been used to help people suffering from PTSD, not to mention all the CEOs and top performers who use it. Through the course, we hope to help support you in conquering your own obstacles too. Number 11. You're struggling to refill your energy tank. When you're doing work that fills you with purpose, healthy challenges, and growth, it can feel as if you would do this kind of work for free. But if that's not the case, whatever you do outside of work might not be enough to rebalance the situation. You may be feeling like you're constantly running on empty, as if you're walking around with a heavy burden on your shoulders. This could be a sign that you're working in the wrong place. Number 12. You have physical reactions to thoughts of work. Sometimes we don't want to see the plain truth. All those headaches, insomnia, snapping at family members, or a sense of calm when the day is finally over may be put down to a moment of stress or just a particularly bad day. But be careful. If these symptoms become your everyday reality, that's no longer something to underestimate. Work is important, but without your health, nothing really matters. Act now before what we're about to describe in our next point happens. Number 13. You've taken up some unhealthy habits to cope. Usually when dealing with work-related stress, researchers have found that women tend to resort to food while men are more prone to taking up drugs. Either way, that's not good. Ladies and gentlemen, before killing your liver with alcohol or your lungs with smoking, think about looking for another job. Sure, it's not going to be as easy as wolfing down a bag of chocolate chip cookies, but it's certainly the best choice in the long run, especially to avoid Number 14. You're experiencing health issues. According to the HSE, a total of 12.8 million working days were lost in the UK in 2018-19 due to work-related stress, depression, and anxiety. Burnout syndrome accounts for 8% of the occupational illness cases in 2020, and people declare to be incapable of striking a good work-life balance these days. Do not take these facts lightly. Mild anxiety can easily develop into serious depression if you're subjected to constantly high levels of stress. A bit of pressure can be healthy and boosting, but too much could be deadly. Number 15. You find your values do not align with a job requirement. Well, there isn't much to say about this one. If you're a pacifist, you probably shouldn't work for a company selling weapons. Companies knowing who they're hiring is as important as employees knowing the company they're working for. And there you go, Aluxers. These are some 15 signs you must pay attention to if you think your job is bad for you. We sincerely hope you didn't score on any of them. But maybe you've had the experience before, so we're wondering, how did you cope? What would you suggest to someone going through such a difficult time? Share with our community in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click that bell button so you don't miss another video. Now, as always, here's our reward to you for sticking with us until the end. Your bonus, which is you watched this video. If you didn't have doubts about whether you were in the right job or not, you probably wouldn't have watched this whole video. The trick here is to understand if what you're going through is just a passing moment or something more permanent. Maybe you're just working on a particularly important project that's taking up a lot of your energy. In this case, hold up, better days are coming. If, though, there are deeper reasons for your unease, don't be scared. Investigate what these reasons are and what's causing them, and then make the best choice for your life moving forward. Alright, Aluxers, thanks again for joining us today. We'll see you again in tomorrow's video.